Come, Wade.
Well, most people think I'm a joke.
I do not make jokes. I make warriors.
Oh, let's go get him.
Thank you for talking to me. I got to geek out a little bit because I've been a huge fan of yours since Happy Endings and Making History and so many other great projects. And
thank you.
Absolutely. And your work as Wade has just been hilarious in these Sonic movies. And Knuckles is killer, by the way. I watched it all in one sitting because I loved it.
Oh, wow.
It was so good.
That's a lot of my voice.
So what was it like when they approached you and told you, you know, sort of what the story was going to be for Knuckles and building out the character of Wade?
It was a dream come true. I mean, you know, I think anybody that wants to be an actor as a kid and then you book that first job, you dream of this. You're like, someone's going to see me and want more, you know, and I was lucky enough to have that happen. And I feel like I took every advantage of it and none of it for granted.
I love to hear it. And so you're no stranger to the buddy comedy. You're no stranger to physical comedy, but this one puts you in a unique position in that you're now doing all of that with essentially a stand-in puppet in the form of Knuckles. What is it like? Obviously in Sonic 2, you interacted a little more with Sonic and Tails, but what was it like, you know, doing that for a whole show in comparison to actually being with, you know, more human actors like you were in the first two movies?
I think just like anything, you have to find your rhythm. Every actor has their own rhythm and their own way they do things, even Knuckles. And so you just have to find that and find your rhythm in it. And we had such a talented team of puppeteers and visual effects people. And there was a real life Knuckles there for me to do scenes with that could emote and could improvise and could change stuff. So I feel like it maybe took a little bit of time, but I came to really enjoy doing it. I also, when you're the only actor on set, everyone's looking at you, and that feeds my ego immensely.
Now, did you find that your experience then with your going in Wade's man cave in the first movie with Sonic and Tails sort of helped you get a basis for working with a puppet for the whole show in this one?
Yeah, I think definitely. I mean, you see how it goes from two movies, and you see you get experience with working with like visual effects primarily and not other actors. And then I think by the time I was here doing it, I had done it enough that it was like being given the keys to a Porsche, you know, and you could like really take it on the road and bend the rules and go really fast. And, you know, there were times where I got to do that. And then we worked, you know, seamlessly to make it fit. One
of the things I love about Wade's story in this one is that we learn more about his family and his past. And I'd like to start with the family, actually. I mean, I love who they have playing against you, and I'm curious what it was like building that sort of dysfunctional family rapport with your co-stars for that.
Oh, it was easy to build a dysfunctional family rapport. But it truly, again, like just a blessing. Edie Patterson is one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. And I would gladly do any scene with her anywhere. I'd drive a million miles just to work with her. And Stockard Channing is a legend. She's Rizzo. And when she started, after like day 2, she had a little bit of my like Midwestern inflection, and it was hilarious to me. I was like, she's talking like me, you know? And then Carrie Elway's, you know, the Princess Bride, man. Like it was wild. Every day was like a new wild nostalgic feeling, and you know, I'm just so proud of it.
How can you not, with such an incredible cast and incredible material to work off of? And the bowling is such a fun little element to it. I was talking with Toby earlier, and he was telling me how he was a big Kingpin fan, so he couldn't help but sneak a little reference in for it. But yeah. What was it like for you? You know, how much actual bowling did you do for the show, and how good of a bowler are you?
I'm not a very good bowler. I'm a dad that bowls. But I took lessons for this and I got pretty good, and now my kids don't want to go with me anymore. Which is, I think, really all I wanted, was to not have to go.
Find an excuse. I like it. So how much actual bowling did you, like, obviously,
I trained for about 3 months, and I didn't really know the mechanics of bowling. Like, you know, it's hard. There's just like any skill, there's a way to do it, you know? And so I had to learn how to do it. And I don't think I would ever consider myself good at it, but I think I know enough now to enjoy my time doing it.
There you go. That's the important thing, is to enjoy it. And you get some great action scenes in this one as well. A few fight scenes, a few maybe imagined acts of heroism.
Wow, I mean, imagination is what you make of it, right?
What was it? I mean, obviously there's a sense of humor throughout all of that, but what is it like, finding that Wade's inner power, which is obviously a big theme for him in this, and getting to perform those sequences?
It's a blast. I mean, I really truly like. I haven't been given a ton of wire work in my career, so the chance to like learn how to do that again, it's like I was given every opportunity that people in the top movies get, and I really just tried to go in every day and not take advantage of that, and use all these resources to get a laugh was really like the most rewarding thing.
Going into the future of this franchise, what would you like to see from Wade? Now that he's sort of found his inner confidence.
I couldn't ask for more from this franchise than has been given to me. So I would open with that and say that I'm just so thankful. If we were to explore some more stuff, I think it would be interesting to see Wade find love. He's worked on himself a little, and I think he might be ready to find someone who feels about him the way he feels about bowling.
That would be a lot of fun to see. And I know there was a little joke made at some point in Knuckles about, his dating life. So I would love to actually see him try and find his own Maddie for in Green Hills. So hopefully we get to see it. But
fingers
in the
crossed.
meantime, yeah, fingers crossed. In the meantime, man, thank you so much for taking the time. I cannot wait to spread the word about this show. And it's just been
so nice of you. Thank you again so much.